Alright then guys, welcome back to the channel. Now if this is your first time here, please do me a favor, click the like button, subscribe and leave your comments in the section below. So Tyson Fury seems to be the most hated man in boxing at the moment. Now before we start this video and sort of dissect this further, I just want to say this is not a video to pick on Tyson Fury, but this is a video to sort of understand where there's hatred and, the dislike, where this is coming from, especially given the fact that Tyson Fury was once loved by the boxing public to a point in his career now where he's basically lacks empathy and sympathy from the public, given some of the things that he has done. First of all, I think Tyson Fury is an incredible fighter. I think on his day, probably the best heavyweight in the division. For example, that Deontay Wilder second fight, that was incredible. Like, there's nothing. It was punch perfect. Tyson Fury said, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to put it on Deontay and I'm going to knock Deontay Wilder out. Nobody believed him. I didn't believe him because we've never seen Tyson Fury go in there, put it on someone and knock them out. And especially not Deontay Wilder at that time, who was on top of his game and could knock a horse out. That was how dangerous Deontay Wilder was. So Tyson Fury talking about, I'm going to go in there, I'm going to put pressure on Deontay Wilder and knock him out. I thought he was crazy. I thought he was kidding. But then he goes and does exactly what he said he was going to do. Right? And then, the third fight, Deontay Wilder third fight, that was an incredible fight. Fury gets off the canvas after knocking Deontay Wilder down to him being knocked down and then winning the fight. One thing about Tyson Fury is he's got incredible powers of recovery. I have never seen like this in any fighter. For the years that I've been watching boxing, I have never seen Tyson Fury or any fighter have that much powers of recovery. Getting up of the canvas against Deontay Wilder and coming to win. Getting up of the canvas against Francis Ngannou, who's a massive puncher. Getting knocked down by cruiserweights and people like that, and then coming back to win the fight. Tyson Fury is an incredible fighter, right? So on his day, amazing fighter, and I'm not sure whether he deserves this sort of criticism. But yeah, you guys, let me know in the comment section. Have you noticed something? Is there something in particular Tyson Fury has done over the years which has made the public sort of gone off on him and not interested anymore? Let me know in the comment section below. So I think before the Usyk 2 fight, I read a lot of the comments in a lot of the videos that a lot of podcasters made leading up to the fight. And a lot of boxing fans, especially the British boxing fans, a lot of them were rooting for Usyk to win. Before the Usyk fight, even in that Francis Ngannou fight, right, a lot of people were rooting for Francis Ngannou to win. And these people are British boxing fans. So fast forward, he's lost to Usyk the second time now. And from what people are saying, from what I'm hearing people talk about, whether is it podcasters or analysts or pundits or whatever it is, it seems as though Tyson Fury is not getting any empathy or sympathy from anyone, right? And I just keep wondering, is it because of the years or the times of when, for example, that Usyk fight, he could have made that fight happen. He sort of, was dilly-dallying, didn't want the fight. He went on to fight Ngannou before fighting Usyk when that was a heavyweight, undisputed fight. Why are you fighting Ngannou when Usyk is ready to fight? Tyson Fury's team said Usyk was stuck in the fight. And basically the boxing public knows that Usyk does not duck any fights. So that is one thing. And then, calling Usyk names and the rabbit and stuff like that. Do you know what? Muhammad Ali used to call people a lot of names, nasty names, which was not kidology. He was serious about it. He was trying to break their souls before he gets in the ring and have a fight with them. So with Tyson Fury, doing that, is that one of the reasons why the public is thinking this guy is unpleasant, and we're not interested in supporting him anymore? Because the thing about boxing fans is we follow a fighter for a number of things, right? Number one, their skills in the ring. Number two, their personality outside the ring. And then number three, where they're from. So if you're a UK supporter, you're likely going to support a UK fighter because they're from here, you know they're good, and you know their personality, or you like the way they are. So with Tyson Fury, where did it all go wrong? Like, where did it go wrong in the sense, or where did the disconnect between Tyson Fury and then British boxing fans came into being? Where did this all start? Is it the years of sort of manipulating the public and saying he would do this and do that? According to Frank Warren, he's been diagnosed with bipolar, right? So he says this today and then tomorrow he says that. He's a very wishy-washy sort of character, very polarizing, doesn't stick to one thing. Or is it because he's not been able to give Usyk any respect at all in those two fights that has happened so far? In the first fight, he said Usyk was gifted a decision because his country was at war, which I thought was absolutely preposterous and some of the most disrespectful thing you can say about your opponent when you've gone to war for 12 rounds, which was not a robbery, by the way. And then in the second fight, he said that he was robbed. And then he said that he didn't get a decision because he was robbed in Saudi. I saw that clip with him and Ben Davison talking, where he said he got robbed and he thought he won the fight. And even in the press conference, he said he won the first fight and the second fight. When during the fight week, Tyson Fury said Usyk won fair and square. So it's a lot of contradictions in Tyson Fury's statements and interviews and the things that he says and the things that he does. And, if I'm thinking about it properly, I think this is probably the reason why the public have gone cold on Tyson Fury. The reason why the public, most people in the British, boxing, public don't like him anymore. And we're rooting for Usyk to win because, of course, Usyk is a consummate professional. There's no, talking in him. He just comes, gets ready and fight. And he's proven that. So it's quite interesting to sort of have a think about and understand from you guys' perspective, where did it all go wrong for Tyson Fury? A guy that was loved by the British boxing public is now hated by most of the British boxing public, from what I have seen in a lot of videos, a lot of comments, and in most analysis that I've seen so far on the internet. Get in the comment section. Let me know what you think about it. Have you seen this? What is your opinion about Tyson Fury at the moment? Have you liked his antics so far? Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one.